Hello. It's been a bit. Um, a lot has changed. I I'll talk about everything, but I kind of quit again. I'm like heavily trying to get back into it. I'm still working on editing and stuff like that, and trying to make sure that when I come back that everything's grand. Um, I'm just gonna start a world. Um, Yap. Um, I'm just doing this so that there's something going on in the background for people who don't have great attention spans. But I'm alive. I'm here. Um, so where have I been? Again. Uh, what's been happening to me recently? All that stuff. Just gonna share everything so that you know where I've been. Because I did not just stop making content for no reason. Um, I kind of already talked about everything like about the previous channel in a previous video, but this is more about where I'm going now and what happened between the last video and this video. Um, all of it just comes down to me being in college, me kind of not really knowing where I'm gonna go with my content, and honestly, trying to figure out how much of a fresh start I'm going to be getting by going on this new channel instead, and a bit debating on just going back to the old channel. It's probably not the best for my statistics, but more people have that subscribed to, so might work out better. I don't know. I still haven't thought about that too much because I've been more focusing on what I'd want to make and if I want to stream instead of making content due to that being more convenient right now because I'm not good at editing it, all that stuff. Um, but my life, what's been going on with me? I've pretty much just been trying to get back on my feet after a lot of things have been happening over the course of the past few months. Uh, I don't want to talk about some of these things that have happened, but I can confirm that I'm no longer associating with the Splatoon community as of right now. Um, Mainly due to my negative experiences I've had there, and some people in the community treating me in a not so good way that I do not want to be a part of it anymore. Um, my love for Splatoon still hasn't gone away. Um, I guess also I forgot to mention the main reason why I left and what was like the final straw was I just was getting fed up with the game too, like Splatoon as a game. It kind of mainly set in with the two most recent patches for the game. Um Being the third kits and the aura update, I like to call it. It just, those updates may have been nice as like a refresher, especially for a lot of people, but it kind of like awakened me to how screwed Splatoon as a game kind of is, and that over so many years, it's been 10, 11 ish years. I haven't been keeping count. Um, of Splatoon and me playing Splatoon, and you just kind of realize from playing this game this long that a lot of these problems should have been fixed by now. Considering a whole decade has passed and the game just never recovered from its flaws. And I know the game was even worse in other states, and we are technically on the upwards trend, but the upwards trend is taking a really long time, and there's a lot of stuff that's being added to the game or removed from the game that slows down the recovery or goes backwards, and it just doesn't feel like it should be happening. Um, uh, as a person who's been dedicated to the game and playing it competitively too, I just don't really care to stick around anymore for now. Um, I saw the stuff of Raiders, Splatoon Raiders. That looks cool for all those players who really enjoy like Salmon Run and all that. Not my, it might be my thing because it's more of a single player experience. I've heard you can do multiplayer, but I'm I don't even plan on buying a Switch 2 anyway, so that's not even in a question or in the question. Um, so okay, Splatoon kind of was sucky, and I wanted to leave. Um, but experiences with the community, I kind of like sidetracked from that. I don't about I'm not like no script, no nothing. I'm just rambling. I hope you're fine with that. Um, I've been a part of some groups. One of the groups consisting a team. Um, like a Splatoon competitive team. Um, and I've noticed there's a lot of bystandery type of shit going on in the community where people just kind of sit around, let things happen, and it's like, oh, well, not my problem. And that's been a direct thing that's been affecting me. Um, I do still like some of the people in the community, and this team and stuff I'm referring to. I do have respect for them, and I do still like them. Um, I just don't think I'm in a safe place around them anymore. Um, hence why I also left that team technically. Um, I never really was like, "Hey, I'm leaving the team," and that's something I do regret. After the fact, but I was alluding to me leaving a lot. And do I wish I can go back and not quit? Absolutely not. I'm glad I quit, but the process of quitting, I do wish I did differently. Um, and I think that's mostly it for Splatoon. There's one more but that's something I purposely not talking about because it's kind of not even directly connected to the Splatoon community, but it's another bad experience I've had that kind of was the last straw. But, well, that's something. If it comes to light, I'm not going to talk about it, but if anyone else involved does talk about it, I kind of have to talk about it. Um, until then, I'm just gonna just not. Um, but yeah, so I left Splatoon, the whole like base of my channel. So what now, right? Um, what am I mainly playing? What am I doing with my spare time now that I'm not playing Splatoon comp or Splatoon at all? Uh, I know I was pretty big on Pikmin 2. Hollow Knight was one of the few things that a lot of people in the community that I had. Um, that's what a lot of the people came from. Um, I kinda don't really do any of those anymore. As a part of me not wanting to do anything Nintendo anymore due to my opinions on how they handle games and a bunch of other factors. I've kind of backed away, except for Tamagotchi Life Living the Dream. That's the only exception. Other than that, I'm not using my Switch anymore. Um, I'm not gonna give Nintendo my money for now. Um, I I don't know about the leaf litter stuff. I'm actually kind of new to this recent update, so bear with me. New update of Minecraft. Um, so again, where have I been? I've completely have just moved to being a casual gamer with the side of being kinda good at Valorant and a game I didn't really bother with before, but now I am bothering with Dead by Daylight. I don't associate with the communities at all, by the way. Similar to Splatoon, um, I only really play. I'll just give me a second. Just want to make sure because I know I accidentally like created like a keybind to end the video. Just making sure it's still there. Okay. Um, I've been those are just main games. I've just kind of more worked on finding myself a new group, considering I kind of don't associate with a lot of the people I used to talk to. And I found my people. I think I don't know. Not I don't have the greatest mental state or trusting of capabilities, but I hope I found my new people. Um, I've been also like talking to one of these people about if I were to come back to doing content, if I do it with them, and they were like, hell yeah. So that might be my way back. But other than that, I'm definitely considering like just doing other content. Um, won't be Splatoon content, won't be anything I've done before. that includes Valorant, because I have done Valorant before. Um, I actually do Valorant in the future, but not right now. Um, so what am I gonna do for content then? And I'm kind of thinking of resorting to the typical just play games with friends, don't really care what it is type of idea. Um, I'm gonna be primarily just having fun, not really doing anything that's like making my channel specific to this specific game or something. Um, I don't really want to be, oh, I'm the Lethal Company guy or the Dead by Daylight guy. I don't really like having that restriction. I'm just gonna, yeah, be myself, all that. Um, and that's what I hope to do or content later on. Um, whoa, is this shipwreck in like only a part of it? G- Give me a second. uh, I whoa. Um, if I continue with this world, I'll go back to it. Well, that's Lava Pit's kind of fucked. Whatever. Um, so I kind of addressed where I was going while I was talking, just like going on rambles. I addressed what some of the things that's been happening. Um, so why in the world did I disappear? Other than all the stuff that's been happening, um, just a lot of emotional struggling. Um, as I was alluding to beforehand on my other channel, I knew becoming an adult would lead to be not really being able to do what I used to do with my channel. Um, unless I were to like go full time, whatever, being able to use content creation for a form of income. Obviously, that didn't happen yet. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that out there. Um, but since that's not happening, I've been on the job hunt. Thankfully, I right now do not need to have one, but I should be getting one as soon as possible. Considering I'm running out of money um to expend and to keep myself alive. um, just been trying to stay alive, trying to get my shit together. So the next time you hear about me, oh, whoops, wrong button. Forget the inventory button. That's the inventory button. Um, so the next time you hear from me, it's hopefully not uh in the afterlife, because things are rough out here being an adult now. Um, I grew up, shit got real, and I've just been needing to really actually like sit down, think, okay, I've been trying to stall it off as long as possible. It's time to actually, I don't know, grow up. I can't really stall it off for long enough, or this long. Um, and yeah, I ignore my mass murder of cows. Why it sounds like quiet, energetic compared to my completely opposite self before. This is only because it's like at the time of recording, 2 o'clock in the morning. Uh, yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. That trust me, uh, my energy is still here. I'm just this is the only time I could find where I wasn't doing something else, and I actually had energy to do this. Um, and I've been kind of like debating on whether or not to just leave this channel behind too and move on again. Um, but honestly, as I'm speaking, this is like the confirmation for not only you guys but to myself that I still want to try. I still want to continue making content, but it's not gonna be in the same form as before. And I've been wanting to get to that new form that I've been talking about for a long time, that I want it to be more edited videos, more polished, just more quality. Um, so that you guys can just sit down, watch, have a little laugh, and we both go on with our days. Just that little bit of time, I hope to help people out. Um, so future, other than future of this channel, what's gonna go on? Obviously, getting a job, but other things. Um, for example, will I ever return to the Splatoon community? The answer, yes, but I'm unsure. The people I used to talk to, I haven't talked to them since, except for one person, two people technically. Um, so it's going to be rough to come back, especially because I kind of just left without a goodbye. Um, again, I'm happy I left, not happy of how I left. Um, when I do come back, I don't know, because I don't even know if I want to right now. But man, I just miss when I was sitting down just enjoying getting better at the game. Um, oh, I never updated you on where I ended my Splatoon career. Uh, got Division 5, funny enough. Um, literally got to like the div between low level and mid level, and immediately proceeded to quit. Um, and part of that is I just think that the game honestly is more fun when I'm just having fun playing the game with my friends. And when you get kind of up to that higher level, you kind of have to start doing meta and trying hard as fuck. obviously there's people doing off meta who are higher level who can like pull off stuff like that, but you have to be more restrictive when you're trying to climb the ladder. Unless you're cracked as fuck at your specific gimmick, which shout out to those people, by the way. Um, um, I kind of lost track of where I was heading with everything I was talking about, but I think I addressed everything. Um, this video is just a hey, I'm alive. Trust me, I'm here. Don't give up on me. um, I wish that I could be more active. Um, but for a multitude of reasons, I can't right now. And I hope that in the future that this conversation of me just rambling is the last is like very inconsistently coming out, and that there's a replacement of this with actual good quality content that may lead to a good future. With me being able to entertain y'all. I'm gonna head off now, but I hope. Oh, wrong button. That I'll see you later this year, maybe even this month. A goodbye.